All right, this is Pass It Back with Jacob, Miles, and Chris. I'm Miles.
I'm Jacob.
Name is Chris.
How y'all doing, man? How y'all doing?
I'm doing good, chilling.
Nah, I'm doing pretty good, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good, man. Me and Chris's fourth was like a hit and miss.
Oh man, we ended with an L, a hard L. But
We started strong.
Yeah, we started strong, but
How y'all end off on the now?
Well, North Bay it wasn't popping. Wasn't nobody there.
So is that where y'all ended up? Since y'all were here first and then went over there?
Yeah, we started here and went over there.
What you get? You get
Nah, it ain't nothing.
Russell Westbrook trade.
Nah, it's just some league games, right?
How was the beach?
Oh, I had a good time, man. It was good. There was a lot of people there. There was a good bit. Had a good time. There was a big fireworks show that we got invited to. Dude, it was crazy. Dude, the first time we were there, the third, so people popped fireworks. It was like the finale at like Disney World. It was crazy. There was some good stuff. I had a good time. It was fun.
So, all right, man. What y'all think about the free agency? Stuff is going on crazy, especially over here in LA.
We now have balance in the NBA as well. Like we don't have a super team. Everybody's equal, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Like out of 30 teams, there's probably about 25, 26 teams that are like equal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, LeBron gonna take it out, so you know.
I wanted to.
I say LA's gonna win a championship. I just don't know which one.
yeah, I agree.
So what else? Who else is on? Let's see, Paul George. We all know
Paul George, what a great move. That was a great.
That was a good move.
We didn't see that one coming at all.
They played us, man. At 1 o'clock in the morning, they was like, "Yeah, we got Paul George and Kawhi," and I was like, "What?"
All I know is I don't understand these NBA trades. I don't know if there's just something different about it than other sports, but these teams they're giving up like 8 picks for one player.
Yeah, Thunder guys.
Like, and think of that Anthony Davis trade. Dude, they gave 3 players plus like 5 picks. And then this Paul George trade, I don't know how many picks it was, but it was an ungodly amount. Like, I'm like,
It was like
how can you sacrifice this many picks?
That's
Like,
a whole roster, bro. I think it was 9 total picks. That they were
dude, you don't know who you could have got with those picks. It could have been crazy. I don't know.
Trying to win right now.
Yeah, right now.
It just blows my mind.
You think the Nets gonna be a hit and miss? I think they're gonna get there. I don't think they can win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they can make some noise, but I mean, once KD comes back, so that's in 2 seasons from now, I'm thinking they could do something. Maybe add another player, and they'll be right there with everybody else.
They got cap.
Yeah.
I think that when KD comes back, they'll be in the championship. It's just I don't know if they'll do good as everybody expected them to do.
What they lack what the Clippers have, which is defense.
Yeah.
Kyrie and KD not great defensive players. Like pretty much everybody on the Clippers right now can play solid defense.
That's scary, bro.
That's
That's
scary.
locked down deep for real.
So that's the difference between them and Brooklyn.
Where do you think Russell going? He definitely not staying.
Miami.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I think Jimmy Butler. I'd like to see Jimmy Butler and him see if they can build some chemistry or something. I mean, I don't know with just the way both their personalities are. I feel like they'll just be butting heads the whole time. But I mean, you never know.
I like the balance of power stuff. So in summer league, you think in summer league, we saw Zion got hurt. Earthquake.
That was great. That was nice. That was nice.
See the Dodgers kept playing, right?
Yeah, that was funny. It was like the ground shaking. It was like I can still pitch, so I can hit, but play it. Man, that's cool.
I ain't really been watching too much summer league. I just know Zion. I just watched a little bit of the box score that Zion and Barry.
Not too much else.
Yeah.
Alex Caruso got signed to the Lakers though.
Dude,
2 years ago. That was nice. The Lakers signed their whole roster.
I saw a picture of the Lakers starting 5, and it's like LeBron, Rondo,
Danny Green, AD, and
but they had
Kuzma.
They had Alex Caruso on there. It was Alex
Really?
Caruso, somebody, LeBron.
Yeah, that was
AD,
before
and
the
Kuzma.
that was before the Kawhi thing. I know what you're talking about though.
But dude, I don't know. I was like, what a legend, Alex Caruso.
They gonna be nice,
Bro, he gonna be a solid 6-man, bro.
Oh yeah, it'd be nice. I don't be disrespected though by the Lakers. Like they like actually playing. Like not just be like, oh yeah, he on the team. That's good. He got talent, man.
I feel like he's just a good person to have in the locker room, though. So even if he doesn't get a whole lot of playing time, I feel like he's really beneficial to a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gonna give you some hard work and some.
Despite that haircut, well, I don't know about the haircut though.
Ball.
Needs
some
boy.
boy.
So, y'all think KD won another title?
No, not at all. He's done.
Maybe
Some
eventually.
questions.
I feel like if they could add another piece in the next year or two in Brooklyn, I feel like he can get another championship.
No shot.
I'm leaning towards what Chris is saying. That's hard for me to say though.
No shot.
He'll definitely get back to the championship.
One day.
But he is. You gotta see now that he is 31.
He 31?
Yeah.
No shot. No shot. It's just he don't got that leadership trait.
Him or Kawhi. Or not Kawhi, Kyrie.
Neither one of them was like when it get down to 2 minutes left, like I want the ball. I mean he made the shot against the Golden State Warriors, but still you was like if it weren't for LeBron passing him and three players wrong LeBron. I mean, and who's guarding me? Steph Curry. Steph Curry not even in the top 100 for defense efficiency. So it's like really, you got that plus gene? Probably not. Neither one of them. So, you know.
They need to sign Draymond. Why are the Warriors playing?
It's over, man. Dynasty's over. You know what I'm saying? And moved out of Oracle, shipping off Andre Iguodala. That's when I noticed it was in. Iguodala got traded out. I was like, it's over.
I think that's because of what he said on the Breakfast Club. You see that? Like he was telling us about like what what was the coach before Steve Kerr?
Was it Jackson? Mark Jackson?
Yeah, he was talking about him. And
So he
why they
was
fired him and
on
stuff. So I think that's why they traded him to the.
they did trade him like the next day. Yeah.
It was like within that time frame.
I don't see nothing wrong with what he said though. I mean, he was just.
I didn't hear what he said. He was just talking about Mark Jackson.
Yeah, he was talking about why he thinks Mark Jackson got fired and stuff, and he think he got blackballed and stuff. But anyway, all right, so we're gonna move on to baseball. Should there be a time limit in baseball? Is baseball too long?
Well, I think you can't really put a time limit on that. I mean, if you want to short the game, you're just gonna have to shorten the innings. That's really all you can do. Like putting a time limit.
It's like, what do you gonna do?
It's just cutting the game short anyways. Like
It's hard to put a time limit.
Bases loaded, down by 3. Oh, ran out of time. Some team wins, another team loses. That's messed up. Like you can reduce the inning, you can't take out time.
Yeah,
Well, see, even if you do like a little league game where there is a time limit, and you like whatever inning you're in when that time limit is gone, you finish that. But still, I mean that's really just shortening the innings. To be honest, so I mean if you're gonna do something, you might as well just do like 7 innings.
That's what I say.
6 innings, 6 or 7.
Cause in high school they play 7. So might as well play 7.
They playing too many games?
I think so. I mean, even if you just cut it down like to you can even stay in triple digits. Just I mean, cut down like to maybe like 100 games. So 162, that is nuts.
I say 120, 100 to 120.
That's a good range.
I think
It just gives them a couple extra days in there to rest up and just heal up.
Yeah.
They're playing every day, every other day.
I just feel like
Maybe even twice a day sometimes.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, that's a problem. Play.
Especially
That's
when
when you
you
should cut down innings like that. If you play double header, it should be 7 innings. Cause that's a 3-4 hour game, and you might go into extras, and you gotta probably play the next day or catch a flight. That's rough. But I feel like in baseball, a sport that if you succeed 3 out of 10 times, like you can consider successful. I feel like 162 games fits that type of like format. Cause like you'll really tell if a team is really bad or really good. Cause like, and especially, I guess the perfect example I can say is though like a one game wild card playoff. Like that is like one team. That is like your season can totally end, or you could go for a World Series on that.
Because that's one thing that baseball is everybody has a chance. Everybody.
That's the problem.
That's why like when you go look at college wise, that like in college football, like you have like these D1 teams, like these powerhouses, Power 5 schools, Clemson, Alabama, like they're just always there. But like, there's gonna be teams like Rhode Island who are sometimes good at baseball.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty good, and then Duke. Like, I mean, they're all right in football and everything, but like they came out of nowhere. And another thing is like like with baseball, you can have bad days. Like your team could just have just a really bad day,
Yeah.
even though like if you could be the way better team, just having that bad day. That's kind of like you talking about the one game plan. That's insane.
rough.
I mean, at least the best of 3 series, something like that everybody's pretty equal, and
Yeah.
so once you do get a lot of those games, I can see what you're saying. Like, it kind of just spreads the field open, but I don't know. That's just
Baseball is weird, man, especially in playoffs.
Mhm.
Like the number 1 seed can like lose,
Lose real quick.
but like the wild card get hot,
Mhm.
and they're in the World Series and winning it. So in baseball, it's like you never know. It's not easy to pick. It's tough to pick.
Because I feel like, I think the perfect example was like, the first year they did the wild card was Justin Verlander. The Tigers scraped into the playoffs. They played a game to get into the wild card game,
Mhm.
and they threw Justin Verlander that 1-game playoff. And I mean, he was the best player on the team, obviously.
Mhm.
Threw a complete game shutout, and that was the only reason they got to the playoffs. That was the only, he was like the only good player on that team, and they got swept. So like, I just feel like you have to play 162 games to find out who's good, who's not. That's what I feel like.
Should there be something like for extra innings? You know how like in football and college football and stuff, they put you up in the 20-yard line. Should there be like something like that in baseball where you put somebody on second base and like
Or maybe start out with an out or two.
or something like that?
I feel like you should do a home run derby.
I don't know.
After 11 days, just do a home run derby, man. It'll be so exciting, man. More fans will get balls, more money. People will tune in to games later. People will stay up to watch a home run derby. Between like Bryce Harper, what's that dude in the Mets right now? Pete Alonso, Cody Bellinger. Like, everybody wants to see those guys hit bombs. Do a home run derby.
That's interesting. That's a different.
Love it.
It's something.
Bring them
Something to
money.
think about.
So
I mean, I do agree. It would bring in some viewers.
I would stay up to watch a home run derby.
Because you don't want to watch a 20-inning game.
No. And those players got to relax, man. Playing basically every single day for mostly 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, straight. Then you got playoffs.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about the shifts in baseball?
I don't mind them. I mean, it's, to an extent, like, I kind of like what the Astros do. They use it a lot. But, like, if you're putting, like, it's like what you said earlier. If you're putting the third baseman over where second's at, dude, that's a little much. Like, maybe put a little restrictions on it, but I don't mind it. Maybe, like, limit them to how many they can use a game, maybe. I don't know. But the thing is like, I don't see it as like a major advantage, because if these batters put it where you're not, you are screwed.
That's what I don't get.
Like a single, like a single for like a typical setup could easily turn it to a double just by the shift and where everybody's at. So I mean, I think it evens out, honestly. So I don't think one side has a major advantage for shifts. I mean, sometimes they are, because like, I mean, you're playing to that specific player's like percentage where he's hitting it at, but I don't know. I don't mind them. I don't mind them.
You don't mind?
Yeah, I hate them. I hate shit, man. I don't know. Like, I just feel like if you can't beat that dude with the bat, that's just on you. Get better. Work harder. Like, if he beating you every time, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, for me, when I'm pitching in high school, they would do a shift versus the same dude versus like our biggest rival. Same dude, everybody moved to the left. Big old dude, left hand. He played in Mexico State now. But dude, he would hit bombs right into that right center gap, right field. So we shifted over senior year. What did he do? He would bunt real hard down that third base line. And me, if I'm pitching, I'm falling up this way, and then I gotta turn around and run over here. And if I don't set up right, I'm throwing airmail to the stands, all that stuff.
Yeah, you're going extra bases.
So I feel like you get rid of it. Just if you ain't got the skills to beat the dude at the plate, that's on you.
The thing I don't get about that though, is like the batters. Like sometimes the batters don't go against, like they try to hit, and like they're hitting right into the shift. It's like, dude, why don't you try to go the other way?
Just slap it.
You're this easy base hit. You ain't gotta even make good contact. Just like get it in the right area. It's an easy base. So, but like I think I like shifts. I just don't like the way that they put third baseman way over in right field. I think it's a little too excessive. I think you should still be in like your area, so to say.
Yeah, maybe put like a limit at how far each player can move.
Yeah, like I don't think third base and shortstop can go over second base, like past second base.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like I think a good limit might be like putting like third base on short and then short like right behind second, like the actual base itself. Like that would be good, and vice versa if you're moving the other way, first on second and second right behind second base. Like that'd be a good kind of limitation right there. And then for the outfield, yeah, just gotta kind of work around a little bit, but I don't know. I think you can put some limitations on that.
Crazy thing is, like, I guess in the game of baseball, people that really know baseball, if like they recognize on every single pitch of every game, there's always a shift. Because especially in college, they'll be like, this guy, he usually hits in the gap. How about everybody move 10, 12 steps over to the right? Like, especially in high school, we'd be like, we know dudes playing with him in the summer and stuff. So he said, he usually pulls to the left, so we may scoop about 5 feet to the left. There's always a shift, but those dramatic extreme shifts, you'd be like, it's just not natural.
I think pitching, you can say already pitching too. Because like if a guy, he's pulling the ball, make him hit it the other way. You know what I'm saying? Don't hit. Because like what happens is those pitchers, they pitch to the shift. So like he's pulling it, they throw it inside for him to pull it. And so most time that works. Sometimes it's like Ryan Howard, they pull it to hit a home run, or Big Papi, they pull it and hit it for a home run. So you could argue too that maybe they should pitch against his tendency. If he's pulling the ball, pitch it outside. If he's got a good wood going the other way, maybe pitch it inside. You know what I'm saying? So it's just balances. It's just balance.
Yeah, and players have to adapt. You have to adapt, especially like in today's sport where players are striking out a lot, more home runs are hit. Like you can strike out 200 times and still hit 50 bombs in the same year. That's crazy. So I just feel like players have to adapt, pitchers have to adapt. So this guy's not hitting well up and inside. That's where I gotta throw it. You just can't just be like my best pitch is down the middle. No, you gotta adapt to where that hitter's weakness is.
So all right. And that was it's a pretty devastating thing about the Skaggs thing.
That was sad.
Yeah, man, that was.
We still don't know how he died. That's what's
crazy.
That's what I'm
He just like hotel room,
they just walked in, dude.
That's sad.
That's sad. So prayers out to his family and everything, to the Angels. I seen the video of Mike Trout. He was just bald.
I mean, that's your teammate, man. That's your brother. You're just that's crazy. Just so unexpected too. I mean, what was the dude? Is somewhere in his mid-20s, I think.
27.
Very young.
Yeah, I'm like that. It just blows my mind.
Same thing with the actor. What's his name?
Cameron Boyce.
20 years old, man. He's our age.
Yeah, that's scary, man. That is scary.
We think old people are supposed to die first and young people, but nah, the time young people dying too.
That's scary.
So it's just like, man, it really makes you
think.
Yeah, and stay humble and stay focused on what's in the moment right now.
Like any day could be your last, That's what's scary about it. So you just gotta take every opportunity and run with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Live life to the fullest, man.
Yeah,
exactly.
So,
and then that Penn State quarterback.
I
forgot his name.
I forgot his name too. He was 38. He was 38.
Lorenzen?
His last name was Lorenzen. I don't know his first name. Had to was his nickname. Yeah, he was 38.
That's crazy.
He had I think he had kidney failure. I think. Yeah.
Prayers out to all their families and friends.
Yeah, so we're going to switch and lighten up the mood a little bit. So we're going to settle this debate once and for all, man.
All right.
This is a College Station thing. Laynes versus Skaggs.
Like,
People that don't know, Laynes is it's like Canes a little bit, but it's College Station style. So it's just like something Aggies and A&M people know. So, well, what do y'all think, man? What's better, Laynes or Canes?
Laynes.
Laynes because it's cheaper.
yeah, that's too.
All right.
Yeah, okay. But for me, I enjoy both of them, and if I have a group of friends,
Pick a side.
if I have a group of friends that want to go to Canes, I'll go to Canes with them. If I have a group of friends that want to go to Laynes, I'll go to Laynes with them. I'm personally not that picky, but the only thing that I'll give a slight edge to, dude, you can't beat those prices over at Laynes.
Yeah.
You get more food for less. I'm like,
That bread, man, is big. That toast, it's
Bro, they fill up the box. Look, Canes will be like, well, I'll give you this 3/4 of a quart. Now, Laynes will be like, you need more fries? Can it close? That's what they do. That's what I like, man.
it depending on like the times you go, dude. There's one time where I went like, I don't know, maybe like 20 minutes before they closed, and I just got that normal box. And you were supposed to get like those 5 pieces. I opened it up, there was probably 10 pieces of chicken in there. I'm like,
I love
dude,
it.
they'll hook you
Yeah,
up.
Lanes fix you up.
$6.
Yeah, it's $6 for like, what was that? Six strips.
Boy.
And then the thing about Lanes, bro, if they give you like a little one, they gonna give you another one to make up for it.
Yeah.
At Canes, they're like, oh, that's your 4.
Yeah. It's this big. Throw it in there.
That's your 4 right there, son. So
Nah, it ain't a competition with me, man. I go to Laynes any day.
yeah,
At least once a week, you know? Just right down the street. I love
it's
it.
affordable too. Plus Canes, what is that, like $10 for like a Caniac?
Yeah, something like that, man.
Maybe more for a Caniac.
I'm like, probably say 11 something because I think it's like 8 something, maybe even 9 for the 4-piece.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Jesus.
The Cognac is 6 pieces.
Go to Fazoli's,
Then you
man.
got then the sauce is like an extra charge, ain't it?
$1.99, something like that.
Talking about food, this made me remember this. Like the other day, did y'all watch that hot dog eating contest?
Oh, yeah, I did, yeah.
73 hot dogs.
I've seen him do that.
Oh my.
Chestnut, bro, he's a beast.
I don't think he never lost.
He's an athlete.
He lost to
I don't care what
Kobayashi.
nobody says. He's an athlete. Oh, he lost one time.
Kobayashi, that Asian dude.
Yeah.
That ripped Asian dude.
Dude.
I don't see how they do it. 73 hot dogs.
Bro,
That
that
is
is
insane.
insane.
That is insane. I don't understand.
How did he do
And
it?
he's not like fat.
No, he like regular, like. Yeah.
But if you watch, it's a strategy, bro. It's like he eats the bread and like swallow, like drink water with the bread and stuff to make it go down.
People like dip the hot dogs in the water and then go after them.
Bro, it's a whole strategy, man. I couldn't do it. I would get tired of hot dogs.
Golly.
He said he don't eat hot dogs like that. That's the only time he eats hot dogs. Is when he's training or like
Oh,
doing
shit.
that. So yeah.
I'm like, but Kobayashi, dude, you ever heard of him?
Yeah.
Bro, he's like
He's a beast.
ripped. He's ripped, but he can like, dude, that's
He
crazy.
can eat, man. He can eat.
Cause like for me to do that competition, I have to go like 2 or 3 days without eating.
I like to go a year without eating something.
And even then, I still like lose.
Get like 3 and be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm done.
Yeah. So so what are some hard lessons, man, that y'all went through in life? Some hard lessons you had to learn. Maybe your parents tried to warn you about something, but you just ignored it and went for it anyway and had to learn on your own, or just some lessons you learned just from life, just going through life. I can say personally, like the lesson I learned was like in high school, my junior year of high school. It was down there at College Station. We were in He said no 7 tournament. And so we come down here like the day, like 2 or 3 days before and stuff. And so like the day before the game, me and some friends go ding dong ditching, like around the neighborhood in our where our hotel was. I think it's the Holiday Inn. And so we're going ding dong ditching, bro. And we're like just having fun. And we told the coaches that we were like going to Cal stuff. So that's the first thing. Like, we're lying. That's first thing. So anyway, we're going ding dong ditching around the neighborhood. And so like we hit like 2 or 3 houses, and we're like, people were like, all right, dude, I'm done. I'm going back. to the hotel or whatnot. I didn't have my fun and stuff. So like half of the group leaves. And I was gonna leave too. But like my friend was like, bro, we just gonna hit one more. I was like, alright, bro. Or second mistake. So bro, we go like, you know what the Holiday Inn is on University? And like it's like a hotel, I forgot the name of it. I think it's a Days Inn.
What is it?
It's on University, bro. It's on University. It was close by Buffalo Wild Wings. But anyway, we go over there, bro. I'm not even going to Ding Dong Ditch, bro. I'm just going with them. So like I just see me and my other friend. We just sitting watching them go like Ding Dong Ditch around the whole hotel and stuff. So I'm just sitting there, and then like, bro, my friend runs up, and he don't even notice it, bro. But like his forearm is like bleeding. It's like wide open gash, bleeding. You could like see the bone in his forearm. He didn't even notice it. Me and my friend started freaking out. What is that? And like he's like, oh man. And like fast forward, he broke a window on the thing.
Oh.
So like, bro, we're panicking and stuff, and then when my coach called.
Be like, oh yeah.
It's like 10 o'clock at night, bro. We're supposed to be in the hotel, and like he calls like, where y'all at? I'm like, we're coming back right now. And then like, bro, we had to. It was some other stuff, bro. I tried lying for him and all that stuff, and all the other stuff. It didn't work out. They took him to the emergency room. Anyway, the lesson is, man, like, you know where you're supposed to be at.
Yeah.
You know, don't let people peer pressure and all other stuff influence you to do something that you don't want to do. Cause like I knew it wasn't really fun to me, so I was gonna go home back to my room. I should just listen to that instead of being like going one more time and stuff. So just go with your gut feeling, man. So like we ended up like 5 of us ended up getting sent back home. We didn't even get to play in the 7-on-7 tournament. Damn. And like it was just embarrassing, bro. Especially like the hometown, it's a small hometown, people tell other stuff, and you don't want to embarrass your school and all that other stuff. So it's just like it was just one of the things, man. I really felt humiliated. I was like, man, I'll never do that again.
Damn.
But like that's one of my hard lessons. So what you guys
got? I guess mine. It go back to junior too. Well, my dad always wanted me to transfer to this private school called Jesuit down like it was like in the super high end Dallas, and it was all dudes school. That's one reason I was like, nah, I ain't trying to do all that. But like they were super good at sports and everything, and like I was starting to talk to like college coaches and stuff going my junior year, and then like. My dad was like, well, why don't you transfer to the school? And it was like, you gotta take a test, and it's like a lot of money to get into the school. So, you know, I passed the test, all this stuff. And then like, he's like, man, I can pay for it, get the scholarship, all that, as long as you pay for the baseball team. So I talked to the coach and all this, and it like, my dad's me down the table, and he's like, so we going? And I was like, Dad, I was like, nah, I ain't going. I was like, first off, it's an all-dudes school. And he was like, but it's a girls' school right behind it. And I was like, I don't care, I'm gonna not see any class with all dudes. And then he was like, why should I go? I was like, well, I got a girlfriend. And then like, man, I really like this girl, but like, even she was like, she told me like every day, she's like, just go over there, like transfer over there. And then she's like, I'm still here, like, I would literally like across the street from high school. And I was like, nah, I ain't leaving your ass. I was like, I'm committed to this. All this stuff. And then, man, I didn't transfer over there. I stayed at Duncanville. And, you know, I did good at baseball. You know, I graduated, all that stuff. But it's just like, now that I'm in college, like, I look back and I'm like, I wasted my opportunity knowing what it could have been. I could have chased my dream and actually tried to make it like a career of it instead of just, you know, being comfortable. Because I feel like in order to get somewhere, you gotta get out your comfort zone to get somewhere.
That's a good point, man.
So for me, I think 2 things: just going outside your boundaries, and you know, don't be afraid to, if you're a guy, don't not do something for a girl. If you're a girl, do not just
do something for a guy.
Oh. Yeah, I think that's what really helped me back. And because like that same class that I would have transferred into 3 of those guys ended up being drafted, 8 of those guys got D1 scholarships, and 12 of those guys ended up going to at least D2s. So like,
That's insane.
that's why I say take any opportunity that.
That's a good point. Not to cut you off, Jacob, but like I actually did that. Like I was going to another school. It was like a 5A school, Pine Tree, and then I transferred to Gilmer, which is like a 4A school. And like, dude, like that whole transition was just a big transition. Like going out of your comfort zone. Like that whole first year, bro, I was just like, oh my God, I don't want to quit. Like the exercises, like all the workouts and stuff were harder because like Gilmer is like more like, not to disrespect Pine Tree, but like they weren't really good at sports. So like Gilmer put more effort into the sports. So they're training year round and they're doing stuff year round. And I'm not used to that. You know, I was still hard working at Pine Tree, but like still their work ethic at a different level. So like that comfortability and adapting to how they work out and the whole mentality and all that stuff, it paid off because like we went to my sophomore year, I didn't get to play, but we still went to state and won that year. And then the next 2 years we went to the 5th round, which is heartbreaking, but we still went far.
Yeah.
So yeah, we were pretty solid in the 4th round, and like we went to the 4th round in baseball. But like getting out of your comfort zone, I would have, if I would have stayed at Pine Tree, I would have never seen a playoff thing or nothing like that. So pushing your comfort zone, even coming to college right now is pushing your comfort zone. So
Playing off exactly what you just said. So, not necessarily, it's not a bad lesson. Like, it's not something that's like I regret or anything. It's just a hard lesson that I've been put through. So, coming out of high school, I only applied to 2 schools. I applied here and Lamar University. Both fantastic schools, great in engineering, which is what I wanted to do, which is what I'm still doing. And I got a bunch of scholarships from Lamar. I would have been set, and I'd be back home. And like I had a girlfriend at the time that was still back home, and like it was just everything. It would have been perfect for me. Just very comfortable, very easy situation. But I mean, I've always had a dream to come here, and when I got accepted in engineering, and I just was so excited. I even got accepted to the honors program over at Lamar, but I got waitlisted here, and I got like a couple of scholarships over here, nothing too huge, but I still just had this dream. I just wanted to come up here, and another thing is I just wanted to push myself. I wanted to push myself out of that comfort zone. I wanted to just make myself uncomfortable because that's how you learn, that's how you grow in life. And one of the only reasons my dad even let me come to this school is because he knew I could make that scholarship money up. He knew I could make it up coming here, just networking, having the Aggie name, and it's nothing against Lamar. Lamar is a fantastic school. People go on to be very successful. It's a great school. It's just I wanted to go a different direction. And I'm glad I did what I did. I left. I mean, my family's only 3 hours away. It's not a big deal. And I mean, I left my girlfriend over there. Like it's exact opposite of what you did. Like, taking y'all's advice, I didn't let a girl just hold me back from what I wanted to do personally. And it's just, and I think it's honestly worked out. It's been a struggle. It really has. Just coming in that first year, I was very just confident about everything. I came in, just hit the ground running, met people, did very well in classes and everything, and then going back to like last podcast, that second year just kind of hit me. That adrenaline kind of faded away, and it's been kind of hard, like just not having that scholarship money, or not being with like your parents who like go grocery shopping for you, do all sorts of stuff, provide for you. But I feel like it's the right thing. I feel like I did the right thing for myself. Because my older sister and a few other people, they had no faith in me, believing in me that I could move out on my own and do stuff on my own. Because I will say, my dad was very good. My parents in general were very good at like teaching me that to be independent, but they also did a lot of stuff for me. I was very lucky. They provided very well for me. They did a lot for me, and for that reason, a lot of like family members and stuff didn't think I could just be thrown out and do it, which I did well at first, and then it just kind of just crumbled a little bit. But I'm getting back up and I'm feeling better, and it's been hard, but in the long run, I think it's going to be very beneficial because like I've thrown myself out there. I feel like it's just teaching me a lot, just life lessons, and just basically accelerating me into the man that I hope to become one day. Instead of taking baby steps and inside that comfort zone, throwing yourself out there just accelerates the process. Yeah. And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to come over here and just get out of that comfort zone, just push myself. And I really feel like I did the right thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, don't get us wrong. Like Jacob's making it look easy. Like the comfort zone is just like, oh, you just go. You're gonna be. Nah, the comfort zone, man, is hard as hell. Don't get it twisted. Comfort zone is hard, man, but it's worth it.
Oh yeah,
it's worth it.
You gonna struggle. You gonna cry. You gonna say I'm going home. You gonna call your parents crying. But in that time span, you gonna find yourself.
Exactly. And that's what it's about.
Couldn't have said it better myself, man.
So yeah,
it's fine.
We're gonna switch topics now.
Hold on. I do want to say one more thing, but it's a lot lighter.
Gotcha.
So, just another little lesson I learned. It was 8th grade when I broke my arm.
Oh, I'm just mad.
It's a kindergarten, like it's a playground for kindergartners. There's no reason for 8th graders to be on there. It was at my church. We were working an event, and like we just got done, and like people are still inside, so we're just gonna take a break and come back out and just mess around. And so there's this little equipment that like obviously kindergartners cannot pick up.
Oh my God.
And so like of course we were picking up, messing with it, flipping it, doing all this crazy stuff with it. And I actually have a picture because it's very hard to explain. We could post it on social media to give people an idea of what happened, because like ever since it happened, it's just been so hard to explain to people what happened because nobody understands what I'm trying to describe. So that's why I have this picture. We can put it on social media or whatever. But basically, we lift it up and just like put our foot on it, push it down, and it has like springs on the bottom. So once it hits the ground, it'll bounce back up and it'll like basically fling you a little bit. And so it was just something stupid. And then like my buddy Kevin, who's like he's playing basketball right now. Shout out Kevin. He went to some school in Kansas, a little small school, but he's been playing basketball, and he has like a 4.0, and he's been killing it. And now he has like all these offers. He's got offers to like these Ivy League schools, like Texas, and also like places like Texas State, and just he's like got like 20 offers. It's crazy. He's doing well, but he was the first one to go, and like he's like, I don't know how tall he is now, but he was probably like in 8th grade, like 6'4". He's just really tall dude. He's probably like 6'10" now. He's a big dude. But he was on there and he almost like flipped over because he was so tall. And then my buddy Damien went and he was all right. And then they asked, get this. They didn't even ask me. They asked my buddy Max, like, hey, do you want to go? This dude's probably the smartest out of all of us. He was just like, nah, I'm good. I'm fine. And then my ass immediately was like, dude, I'll do it. And then I went up there, and anything that starts with, hey, watch this, never ends up the way you want it to. And so I go on, my foot slips, my head's going right for this metal bar, and my mindset, I'm just like, okay, once this spring hits the ground and bounce back up, that metal bar's going right in my forehead. I'm like, I gotta do something. So my first reaction is just stick my arm to catch myself, and boom, it hits the ground and bounces back up and just shoots my arm. Like the doctor said it looked like somebody got a knife to my bones and just cut it clean in half. Just both bones right here just shot back. My arm looked like a Z. Man, that talk about a hard lesson, dude. Just don't be a dumbass.
Number one lesson.
Don't be a dumbass. Like, make better decisions. Like that was. It was funny. I just tried out for baseball. Like, we had our high school, and then we had the Babe Ruth leagues, and I just tried out for the Babe Ruth leagues. And it was like that next weekend is when I broke it. And then I went to go see the doctor, and he was just like, "You play any sports, son?" I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing baseball." He's like, "No, you're not." I'm just like, "Oh,
thanks." So yeah, you missed your whole.
Yeah, the whole season right there was like, man, it sucked, and like,
I was hard.
I don't know, it was rough, but I had the cast for the longest time. It was gross, but I had it sitting up in my room just to remind me to not be a dumbass. But I finally, like, when I was moving out to college, I finally just got rid of it. But yeah, I had it up there. It's just learn your lesson. Just don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. Yeah, that was a very hard lesson to learn.
So all right, we're gonna wrap the podcast up. So the final topic is talking about technology, man. So do y'all think technology is hurting or helping the way we interact with one another?
Okay, with the way you put it there, like the way we interact with each other, honestly, it can go both ways. Technology is just getting better at connecting people around the world. Like, people can talk from China to here like that. It's insane. So the interactions like that, like maybe business interactions, or like even like paying back a friend using Venmo, Cash App, whatever, like that is very helpful, very useful, and it just benefits those types of interactions. But if you are just like a very intimate interaction, just completely screws it. Like, people are so invested in the technology they have now, phones, tablets, computers, whatever, TVs. People are so invested in it that just these one-on-one small group interactions can be, it just changes everything. Like, instead of us sitting like this talking to each other, it's
exactly.
It's insane.
True.
People can't do basic interactions. So I mean, honestly, it can go both ways.
What do you think, Chris?
I think it kind of relates to that thing, when you get so much of something, it can be both good and bad. And just because, you use technology to find diseases, yet technology is destroying our attention span, like stuff like that. It kind of relates to like with Jules now, like money-wise it's great, but health-wise it's terrible. So like I just feel like we're using it so much to really advance ourselves and society and say, you can do this on your phone, you can pay on your phone. Like, you can pay your mortgage on your phone now. That's freaking great. You can do taxes on your phone. And it's just like, I feel like eventually we'll get to a place where it's more negative than positive, because it will be too powerful for even our own sake. We're giving it too much power. We're building robots to freaking like walk our dogs and open doors stuff. Like, I feel like after a while we need to stop and be like, you know what? Humans need to be doing this. They're gonna try and take humans out of factories, and that's jobs. That's thousands and thousands of jobs that people are gonna need. So I just feel like if we don't let technology take over us, we'll be okay. If somebody steps up and say, we're gonna put a limit to this and that, we'll be okay. Yeah. Right now, I think we're okay.
I just think it's funny, dude, how like now we're so in touch, like what you're saying, we're so in touch with people all over the world, but yet we're the generation
people in front of us.
Yeah.
But yeah, but like also too, people are committing suicide more than ever. People are feeling more alone more than ever. And it's like, how are you more alone more than ever when you're connected with so much stuff?
Yeah.
So the technology is like, it's I think it's doing more harm, in my opinion. And like the thing, I'm just be brutally honest, man. I just feel like, in a way, it's kind of like a waste of breath, us talking about this, because like, we know that this stuff is happening and we know that it's wrong, but yet we still get on the phone and we still eat and be on the phone and all that other stuff. So it's just like, when are we gonna do something about it?
Yeah.
Because like technology, we forget that humans made technology. Like that was in before it was in somebody's head before it was out right now.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. So that just tells you that the human brain is more powerful than this. But yeah, we're letting it run us, and now we're becoming robots. And pretty soon, I think you're gonna be able to do everything from the house.
Sure.
Like you can pay bills, you can have DoorDash come to your house.
It really is becoming like that. Like even like grocery stores, like
Yeah.
stuff like that. HEB, you can go like order online and go pick it up. And I think they're even making it to where they will deliver your groceries to your house. That is absurd.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I could possibly understand maybe like if someone's very busy that they can like order it online and then go pick it up themselves, but having them bring it to you, that is insane.
Now I think the way us humans are constructed, we're designed to do the work and get satisfaction from the work.
Yeah.
And that's why we're alone and we feel all these negative emotions, because stuff is doing stuff for us whenever we should. It's weird how we're constructed, but we're designed to do stuff instead of things do stuff for us. So it's just, I don't know, man. Technology is doing way more harm, I think. But at the same time, they made it to where you can't live without it.
Yeah.
You gotta have a phone. You know, if you're gonna run a business, you gotta have social media. I don't like social media. I hate social media. But you gotta have it if you want to be successful in business. Because everybody has a phone. So it's just like they made it to where you have to have a phone now. You have to. So
Yeah.
that's just my opinion on it.
It's crazy. Like, I guess in the work I do, like with cameras and everything, like, yeah, you know, you go to another job, they ask for a resume. You know, you hand it a piece of paper. What I do, they may ask for your Instagram. You know, what video are you putting on social media that's getting this many likes and this many views? And it's not like you go and presenting something that they can go and find out anything about you online. And I just think that people have so much power to go and find anything about you. Your government files, your social security, literally anything they can find on you is just too much. Too much power in one person's hand. Like literally somebody could ruin your life with this tonight. Your credit could be gone. Like they can take stuff out your name, close your bank account, take money out your bank account. It's crazy. Just power somebody has just like over this little 5-inch phone. It's crazy.
Me and my buddy Dylan was actually talking about this past weekend. We're talking about like cybersecurity because he's at UT. He's doing computer and electrical engineering, and we were talking about about cybersecurity and like hackers and stuff, and how they just play off of each other and just keep building. And it's insane, like what you were saying. People have the power to just snag anything they want, especially nowadays with like the cloud and like all the information that's up there. Like it's insane. Like even like big companies, like they like have firewalls and like layers of firewalls and stuff like that. But there are people who know how to get around that. Like my buddy Dylan was telling me about this like virus that can legit, because some of these firewalls for like these companies and stuff like that are protecting against certain like codes and certain viruses and all this other stuff. And there's viruses out there that can detect what the firewall is looking for and then change itself to slip past because it's looking for a certain thing. That is insane. Like that's the craziest thing to me. It's nuts. So like it's just crazy how it's crazy the lengths people will take to create something to just steal from others. It's insane. People just want to find the easiest way out, or they're just never satisfied. It's crazy, but it's insane how easy, like you were saying, people can do some of this stuff with all this new technology. So it's good and bad. Like it can help prevent stuff, but it can also cause things, good or bad. Yeah, it goes back to what you were talking about at the beginning. Balance. Balance is everywhere in life.
And the thing I hate most about like social media and technology is like, dude, whenever you're on these social media platforms, they created it to where even if you don't want to compare yourself, you're going to end up doing it subconsciously anyway. So now you're like you're mad at somebody because they're flexing on Instagram. You're like, man, I want to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not there yet. And I see them with the women and they got the chains and all that stuff. And it's just like, dude, follow your own process, but still it makes you like the technology is just it makes you want to despise the little things and the the interaction between people like it should be. So, and then that's just my opinion on it. So
it's bad. It's bad. It's taking over.
It's
like
crazy.
sometimes, if it wanted to take over everything, it could. Like, it's that simple.
Yeah, I don't want to know what the next 10 years will look like. But so any concluding thoughts about anything? Any remarks or remarks for the people out there?
Oh, the USA soccer team
Yeah.
won the World Cup today, so congrats to them. Love it.
Back to back.
I know, right? I love it.
They should get paid more than $90,000 per player.
They really should.
I'm gonna sip my coffee.
So,
Women's soccer team better than men's soccer team.
Way better.
not even close. Not even close.
And that's the case for majority of the time. That's the case for college. Don't matter. Professional. Our women's team is
Usually better.
killer, man. Killer.
Somebody gotta recognize that. Pay them more.
So that's it. That's all you got.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So this is it for Pass It Back with Jacob, Miles, and Chris. I'm Miles again.
I'm Jacob.
Nice, Chris.
So to the next episode, we'll see y'all, man. Let us know what y'all want to see and comment below what y'all want to see us talk about next. Deuces.